First, this is the Sea Raider, which is a silly name because he obviously raids the shores, not the seas. There isn't that much to raid on the seas, especially on the Sea of Ghosts. Nevertheless, it sounds better than a pirate are. He is much more into hearing the lamentations of their women than into talking parrots and such, so he doesn't like to be called a pirate. He is a warrior, wielding a two-handed weapon, wearing a very cool-looking dragonbone ebon steel armor, and he is a rogue dragonborn, using all his innate Thum mastery to cause chaos and panic in the land of Skyrim, as he is a leader of men, a Viking lord of sorts, and this part is the most exciting, as with this build you will be supporting your followers and controlling the battlefield through some very cost-effective means while still being an utter badass warrior. This interesting combination of abilities comes from pairing Andromeda mod with the Summermyst enchantments. So both these mods are required, and the armor comes from Immersive Armors, of course, and is hard to obtain without high smithing skill. Also, it is essential that you use the unofficial Skyrim patch, as it fixes the otherwise broken Battle Fury shout, which we will use a lot here. As it is a supporter character, it may also be a good idea to have amazing follower tweaks or extensive follower framework. The point of this character is to cause as much chaos as possible with the help of a faithful companion or two, a small selection of shouts and a set of Summermyst enchantments. You will start each fight by buffing your team with a rally spell and the Battle Fury shout. From there you will just wait and see if your personal intervention is at all needed. If it is, all you have to do is power attack a lot, and thanks to your standing stone you will always be able to power attack even when out of stamina. And your weapon bashing will be much more powerful due to enchantments, so you can help your team just by bashing a particularly tough enemy just to stun lock them. And your main weapon will keep absorbing stamina, so of course power bashing will be made much more viable. For the standing stone we will use the Lord Stone, which has a lot of useful abilities for you. First, the Crown of Autumn ability makes your power attacks 20% more effective in damage and stagger, but it prevents your stamina from regenerating in combat. Good thing we have Valendrank to take some stamina from our enemies as needed. Then the Old Stone ability will let you power attack even with 0 stamina, however you may still need some stamina for power bashes. Power attacks performed without stamina will be 30% less effective. And then, after discovering all the standing stones, you will get the power called Kneel or Be Knelt, which will throw your enemies to the ground, dealing some damage and absorbing stamina for 10 seconds. The attributes ratio is 5:1 health to stamina, and if you like min-maxing, you can probably fare well with no stamina investment at all, as you will be power attacking without it and you will have high enchanting skill. However, a two-handed build with no stamina can be very annoying to play early game, therefore my advice is to get your stamina to at least 150 before switching to a health-only level up policy. And the race of choice is, as you can see, a Nord, because this frost resistance will be very helpful in protecting your limited stamina bar from depleting in mage encounters, and also because Vikings. Okay, but what about skills? Do we need all the crafting skills again? No, just the arcane blacksmith and the right-hand branch of smithing for our armor set. Also a few ranks of enchanter perks, insightful enchanter and corpus enchanter. The corpus enchanter can be used to buff yourself and your followers alike. Insightful enchanter is mainly for the amplify illusion enchantment we are going to place on our chest piece. It will increase the usefulness of our illusion spells. Now, this character is not a mage, not even a battle mage. The courage and rally spells is probably the peak of his magic skills. These spells increase all 3 attributes of its targets, but the bonus isn't usually that impressive, almost negligible in fact, on higher difficulties. But the Amplify Illusion enchantment will bring the courage bonus up to around 50 points to each attribute. This and some Fortify enchantments will really turn your pirate sea raider friends into real tanks. And of course, we will also need heavy armor and two-handed in our skill set. Heavy armor needs the right hand side the most, with the Tower of Strength being the most fitting and suitable perk, as you will stagger and recoil your foes all the time while being almost immune to recoil from power attacks yourself. And in two-handed, just go for everything up to sweep in the middle and a few ranks of Skull Crusher. In a prolonged playthrough, you may consider perking some speech, which I did for roleplay reasons mainly, but also because I like to buy some new shiny armor for my friends every now and again. Because of the specific way this build handles stamina, you absolutely need to get Volendrang as soon as possible. It is a great weapon for any two-handed fighter, but here we also need it to maintain the entire combat style, which is a lot of bashing and constant power attacks. By the way, the ability to power attack without stamina also means infinite sweep attacks, when the perk in two-handed skill is unlocked, of course. This means more stamina regeneration for you, which means more bashing and bonus damage to power attacks and sweep. Nice loop. And here are some Summermyst enchantments very suitable for our Sea Raider. First, Amplify Illusion, as mentioned, serves the purpose of making our rally spell more useful. Area Restore Health, as the name suggests, restores 10 points of health per second to nearby allies. And Force is the one to increase the chance of stagger from power attacks and bashes. With the Volendrang and the never-ending ability to power attack, it means constant stagger. This guy is just overwhelming in combat and also has ridiculous health and armor rating, which means the standard bandits and Force 1 and the like will feel helpless against him and quite frequently run away at his sight. A few shouts will improve your playstyle, and so we need that working Battle Fury first, which is especially useful with Janessa, for example, as she can fight with a weapon in each hand, and the speed of her attacks will be truly overwhelming. Dismay may help in crowd control, especially early game, and Drain Vitality may tweak your stamina management a bit. Also, 2 words of band will seem fitting. The Sea Raider's presence is so overwhelming, some weak-minded individuals would probably join his side out of pure fear, even without any tomb involved. And there we have it, a tank, a leader, a crowd control freak, and a fantasy Viking, achieving supernatural results with just 1 spell and some shouts in the spellbook.
I hate bandits and thieves. Men like these raid our town every year.
Hitting hard, crushing his enemies, seeing them driven before him and hearing the lamentation of their women. Let me know if you're gonna play this build or even a similar one. Have a lot of fun and come back for more builds. Thank you very much for watching, commenting and all the support I've had so far, and bye-bye.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.